Hello, CSA. This is Mrs. Rines. Thinking about my inbox. I know my inbox is getting a lot of emails these days, and I bet yours is too, especially from Google Classroom and all the notifications. I wanted to take a minute to go over how you would change those notifications and some things that you should be thinking about in regards to those notifications. Depending on the type of person you are, they can be really helpful or they can be really overwhelming. So you need to think about what your system is for knowing when you have work, when it's due, and how you manage that. So I'm going to show you how to get to the settings. From my Google Classroom page, I'm going to go to the three lines in the top left corner. I'm going to navigate all the way down to the bottom where it says Settings. I know you can't see it on my screen, but trust me, it's down there. You have this section called Notifications. Now, you could turn off all the email notifications, but we don't want you to do that. As teachers, there's some things that we really need you to have turned on. So, bear with me on this. Mine looks a little bit different because I have a Classes You Teach section. But what we're going to be thinking about is, when do you want to get a notification? Do you want a notification if someone comments on your post? Do you want comments that mention you? Private comments on work. I'm going to say that I would like my students, all of them, to have this one turned on. If I send you a private comment, I think it would be helpful if you got an email notification of that. For the classes you're enrolled in, work and other posts from teachers. That means anytime a teacher posts anything, you would be notified. This is one you need to think about. Do you want to post for every single assignment? If you're the type of person that finds it easier to access your assignments through your email, then go for it. Leave it on. It's okay. If you're the kind of person where when we post things, especially if we post them all on the same day, you get overwhelmed because you see maybe 5 or 6 posts from 4 or 5 classes, and that adds up, it's okay. You can turn it off. But that means you need to be checking Google Classroom for those assignments, because you won't automatically be notified if one is added. When you get returned work and grades from your teachers, that's the next one. That's the second one that I really want my students to have turned on. When I return work or I give you a grade on something, I'm hoping that you will read that email that says, hey, Mrs. Rines just returned some work to you. And you would go and have an interest in seeing the feedback. That's my hope for you. I would have that one turned on. You may not have this option on yours, but I have invitations to join classes as a student and due date reminders. Due date reminders is really important to me as a student, if I was a student, because in case I haven't turned something in, I could get a due date reminder when it's nearing close to that deadline. Maybe you want to hear notifications from some classes, but not others. That would be dealt with down here in class notifications. You're going to see I have a lot of classes. I could turn off the notifications on some. If I'm a student, I think I would want notifications for advisory, because if my advisory teacher is trying to reach me, there's probably a reason. I would want to have notifications on for my content area classes. But these are extra classes that I am a student in with other teachers throughout the district. I don't feel like I need notifications for those. So the notifications that I'll get for these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 classes are based on the settings that I chose up above. So in those 5 classes, I will get notifications about returned work, if a student wants to join the class, if I get private comments on work, and any late submissions. So you have a lot of control over those comments. Make sure you take advantage of that and use it in a way that works for you.